This is the daily video for July 21st. So far in the course, we've talked about how we want to use statistics to estimate parameters. And one of the problems with that is sampling error. And sampling error says, I acknowledge that I'm looking at a sample instead of a population. Therefore, the statistic is not going to be the exact value of the parameter usually. There's going to be some error. In other words, there's going to be some difference between the statistic and the parameter. And we also saw when we have random samples, we can quantify that sampling error using the margin of error. Today we're going to change focus a little bit and we're going to look at what's called non-sampling error. So non-sampling error is another type of error that can occur that's not due to the fact that we're taking a sample. And so non-sampling error is actually an umbrella term, and it contains lots and lots of other types of error. And in fact, you've already seen some non-sampling errors. So for example, if you give a survey and that's how you're collecting data and your questions are poorly worded, this would be a type of non-sampling error. And this is because it doesn't matter if we look at a sample or we had looked at the whole population, there's still going to be some error because the survey was poorly worded. In today's notes, you're going to focus on two particular types, one called non-response error and one called coverage error, and those are both two different types of non-sampling error. And just remember, there are many, many other types of non-sampling error. So if you did a Google search for it, for example, you're going to find lots and lots of things that fall under this idea of non-sampling error. And so the worksheets from today in the workbook are going to have you look at this idea of other ways that error can occur that's not due to the sampling process, but it's due to something else going wrong. So for example, again, a poorly worded survey question. So as always, if you have questions, feel free to ask, and I will be available on the discussion board or via email.